Hello and welcome back. In this episode we're going to be taking a look at the raised button widget. The raised button differs from the flat button because the raised button has a colour and also has elevation. You'll notice our homepage contains a scaffold with an app bar, and inside the body of the scaffold we're going to create our raised button. You'll notice that we get a squiggle there on our IDE because the onPressed parameter is required. You'll notice from this constructor there are a number of optional parameters that you can specify to change the behaviour of the button. The onPressed parameter is a callback function which we will just leave empty for now, and we will give the button a child which is a text widget, meaning that the button, as you can see, will contain the text inside that child. You'll see that by default the button has a grey colour when it's enabled. However, if the button is disabled by specifying an onPressed of none, you'll notice the button style changes when it moves into the disabled state. You can change a lot of the options, such as the colour and the elevation, for the different states. For example, the default colour of the button and the default text colour, and also the disabled colour, the colour of the button when it's disabled, and the disabled text colour, the colour of the text when the button is disabled. Likewise, you've also got the focus colour, hover colour, highlight colour, and splash colour. Similarly to the colour options, you've also got a number of options to control the elevation, such as the default elevation, the elevation when the button is disabled, and then the focus elevation, hover elevation, and highlight elevation. There's also a number of other options available to fully customize your raised button. Changing that onPressed back to an empty callback function will re-enable the button, and you'll notice there the different styles that take place through the different states of the raised button's lifecycle. You may have noticed that there is a named constructor available called icon. This will turn the raised button into a raised icon button with an icon and a label. Using that named constructor, we can replace the child with the icon parameter and the label parameter. For example, we can specify an icon of home, for example, and we can give it a label of home by specifying a text widget with the text home. You'll notice there how the raised button then turns into a raised button with both an icon and a label. This essentially is a shortcut. Rather than having to specify a raised button with a child containing a row, with the row containing an icon and a text widget, you can simply use the shorthand icon named constructor to specify a custom icon and a custom label. Essentially, the raised button allows you to create a button with a colour and elevation. I hope you found this useful. Thank you very much for watching.